Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Emma Nurliana. Here I will explain the history of accounting development. Next, introduction. Accounting is a universal business language. Accounting is often called the language of business because of its ability to communicate financial information about an organization in an object, measurable, and easy to understand manner. The accounting process includes collecting, recording, classifying, summarizing, interpreting, and reporting financial information. They allow various interested parties such as managers, potential investor, creditor, and the government to make informed decisions based on accurate information. Next, the importance of understanding accounting history. The importance of understanding accounting is 1. Evolution of parties. Understanding the history of accounting help us understand how accounting practice evolved from ancient times to the digital era. This is very important to understand the historical context behind the development of modern accounting system. 2. Global standard. The history of accounting also helps us understand how global accounting standards such as IFRS, International Financial Reporting Standard, were created and implemented. This is especially important for companies operating in the global markets. 3. Professionalism. Understanding the history of the accounting profession helps us understand the development of studies of ethics and professional responsibilities held by accountants. This is very important to maintain integrity and accountability in the accounting field. 4. Adaptation of technology. The history of accounting also shows how technology has influenced accounting practice from manual to automation. Understanding this history helps us be ready for the technologies of the future. Next, early history of accounting. The first accounting records in Mesopotamia dates back to around 2500 BC, when Mesopotamian people used clay objects as tools to count or record goods. At the time, each object represents a certain amount of various types of commodities such as food, clothing, and labor. For example, they use clay objects to represent the number of items owned or being worked on. The system shows that although simple accounting records have had a major function in the identifying and measuring economic activity since a very early period in human story. Although the first accounting records in Mesopotamia date back to around 2500 BC. This system continued to evolve with change times. Material use changed from clay to parchment and bone, and the need to keep record of wealth in personal effects prompted change in the means of accounting records. Next, use of clay tablets in Mesopotamia. Clay tablets were used by the Sumerians in Mesopotamia around 3500 BC is a tool for recording economic transactions. In the beginning, the writing used was a cuneiform system in which things were present into clay tablets to represent numbers and certain commodities. Function and purpose. 1. Transaction recording. This tablet function to record various transactions include receipt and expenditure of goods. For example, records might include the amount of grain sent from one village to another, the identities of the parties involved, and the time and place of the transaction. 2. Economic administration. These records were vital to management of the kingdom economy, helping in monitoring food distribution and property ownership. 3. Tax and debt records. These early writings were also used to record taxes and accumulated debts, making them vital administrative tools in the daily lives of Mesopotamia people. Next, Luca Pacioli and Couple Bookkeeping. In 1519, Luca Pacioli published a book entitled Summa de Arithmetica, Geometria Proportioni et Proportionalita, which became one of the most influential works in the history of accounting and mathematics. This book is a comprehensive summary of various mathematical topics during the Renaissance, include arithmetic, algebra, geometry, and accounting. Next, book contents and contribution. 1. Book structure. The Summa consists of the chapter covering various aspects of mathematics. The early chapter deal with arithmetics and algebra, while the ninth chapter deals specifically with accounting and commercial practice. One important section is the Tractatus de Computis et Scripturis, which describe the double-entry bookkeeping system used by merchants of the time. 2. Double bookkeeping system. Pacioli introduced the basic principles of the double-entry bookkeeping system, where each transaction is recorded in two accounts, debit and credit. This helps ensure that total debits always equal total credits, creating balance in financial statement. Explanation about assets, receivables, inventory, capital, income, cost, and profit and loss statement are also contained in the book. 3. Influence on modern accounting. Pacioli's work is often considered the basis of modern accounting practice. He is recognized as the father of accounting because of his significant contribution in formulating and disseminating accounting methods that are still used today. Next, the emergence of complex financial reports. Integrated reporting. The emergence of complex financial report is a reflection of continually changed business dynamic and demands for transparency and accountability. With the adoption of reporting models such as integrated reporting, companies can now provide more comprehensive information to stakeholders, assisting them in making better decisions and supporting sustainable growth. This evaluation shows that accounting is not just about numbers, but also about the story behind every financial decision. Next, accounting in the modern era. Accounting standard and practice after World War II. After World War II, accounting standard and practice underwent dramatic developments driven by the need for global transparency and accountability. The implementation of national and international accounting standards, as well as the technological revolution, has helped improve integrity and efficiency in the business field. The evolution of accounting theory also reflects adaptation to changing times and contemporary business needs. 2. Global accounting standardization. After World War II, international organizations began moving to establish consistent global accounting standards. Some institutions that have influence in the matter are: 1. American Institute of Certified Public Accounts, or AICPA. 2. International Accounting Standard Board, or EASB. Next, history of accounting in Indonesia. The beginning of accounting during the Dutch colonial period, 1902 1799. The beginning of accounting in Indonesia during to that colonial period saw how external influence can shape local practice. With the adoption of more systematic bookkeeping methods of the development of the accounting profession, this period became an important milestone in the history accounting development in Indonesia, which they continue after two country independent. Dutch colonial influence and accounting in Indonesia. 1. The presence of the VOC. VOC was founded in 1602 as a Dutch trading company that had a trade monopoly in Asia, including Indonesia. With intensive trading activities, VOC requires an effective financial recording system to manage transaction inventory and profits. This encouraged the development of accounting practice in the region. 2. Bookkeeping system use. Single entry bookkeeping. Initially, the system used was single entry bookkeeping, which was quite simple and only record financial transaction directly without paying attention in the balance between debits and credits. 2. Shift to double entry bookkeeping. As the complexity of trading increased, double-entry bookkeeping methods were introduced. These methods allow transactions to be recorded into accounts, helping to increase the accuracy and transparency of financial reports. Next, establishment of the Indonesian Accountant Association, or IAI, in 1957. The formation of the Indonesian Accountant Association, or IAI, marked the beginning of the professionalization of accounting in Indonesia. The role of IAI in accounting in Indonesia accounting standards. 1. IAI acts the body that set financial accounting standard, or SAK, in Indonesia, which reference for companies in preparing financial report. Purpose of establishing IAI regulation of the accounting profession. 1. IAI was established with the aim of regulating accounting practice in Indonesia, including establishing accounting standards and a code of ethics for its members. 2. Development of accounting education. One of IAI's main focus is to improve the quality accounting education through organizing professional education programs and certification exams for prospective accountants. 3. Competency enhancement. IAI is committed to providing ongoing training to its members so they remain competitive and relevant in ever-evolving industry. Long-term impact. Since its founding on December 23, 1957, IAI has become the main become the main pillar in the development of the accounting profession in Indonesia. This organization not only functions as the regulatory institution, but also is a driver of education and professionalism in the field of accounting, with more than 33,000 members from professionalism in the field of accounting. Various background IAI continues strive to improve the quality of accounting practice in Indonesia in line with global development. Next, conclusion. The evolution of accounting reflects adaptation to ongoing social, economic, and technological change. Understanding this history is very important for professionals in the accounting field to better face future challenges, improve the quality of practice, and contribute to the development of standards and policies that are relevant to the needs of the time. Well, that's all I can explain. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.